Hey, it's Tom from Texas, and it's time for another floppy deep dive. And today we are going to go over, I'm on the next floppy in my case number 1. And so we're going to check out the games that are on this floppy. And then I'm also going to just give you a quick overview of some of the items I've picked up in the past month or so that I haven't talked about in any of my videos yet, just to share with you. So I'm going to go ahead and go over those items with you, and then we'll start the floppy deep dive. So I was going to go over some of the stuff that I've picked up probably in the past month or so. Not enough to make a whole video, but just a quick one just to see, so you can see what I've been up to. Got some more original games. That's been my main thing that I've been collecting since I've got plenty of hardware, but trying to get some of the games that I liked when I was a kid. So I picked up Summer Games 2, World Games, OutRun, The Bard's Tale 2, and none of these had the box. These all just came as the disc. Bank Street Rider was just included in one, really wasn't my favorite as a kid. In Law of the West I really liked. A biggie I got recently is Wasteland. I haven't tried it out yet to see, but it has everything in there. So it's got the disc, all the manuals, everything's included in it. So excited about this one. Loved this game as a kid. Some other ones that I've picked up here recently. I got Hardball in the box. It actually came pretty good. It's pretty good shape. Looks like the corners are a little dinged up. I got Leaderboard Golf, which is interesting because it has that security key that comes with it. And the last thing I picked up that was part of the collection was this World Cup Soccer. Never played this before. If I did, I don't remember it at all. It was just part of the baseball package. So that's the games that I've got here recently. Now also I've got, for working on the computer, from Bill Pelton, his kit. So I got this in to connect all in to use with my cartridge to make sure that everything on there is working, and test all the ports and so forth, the keyboard. So if you're looking for a test harness to use along with your test cartridge, Bill Pelton is who you want to get a hold of. Another thing I picked up recently, I don't know if any of you guys do this, but you see these clear cases you could put around the box? I actually like those quite a bit. These boxes, when I got them, were pretty messed up. And these were some of the new stuff. These were cartridges that I picked up. Galaxian. This Robotron was too big. But you see these Commodore boxes actually fit perfect in there. And so it just protects them so they don't tear up even more. But I really like just how it looks, the sharpness of it. See them on the stand over here. And you get like 25 of them. And I don't even have nearly that many. Bad thing about the Commodore games, or I don't know if it's bad, but the thing that kind of holds you back is they're all different sizes. So these here only fit the certain boxes. Mostly these Commodore ones that are blue like this. But I really like the cover. Like I said, it really just protects the box. And so anything that I can get to fit in these covers, I'll put in these covers. But if you've never done that before, you might check that out. Just got them off of eBay. So that's the recent items that I got. Well, also got a soldering kit. I'm waiting on my soldering iron. Desoldering iron, so I could work on my board again and take some of these chips off and test them and see if we could get that Commodore working, but still waiting on that to come in from somewhere in Asia. So waiting for that, but that's the latest stuff that I've got. So now let's go back to doing the floppy deep dive. So on the front side today we're going to be looking at Dragonskulle, Doriath, The Music Shop, and Modem Battleship, one of the first online games. So Dragonskulle is the first one that we're checking out here. I love how the eyes follow you on the skull there. But this is came out in 1985, and I believe it was part of the Staff of Karnath. It's a sequel to it. And basically you're just going through these caves, searching for different clues. You'll get a shovel to be able to learn where you can dig, and you can jump and throw those pellets to kill things. And I enjoyed it. Here's where you get the shovel, go in there. But overall, I like this game. It was a fun game, the first one to start off. I don't recall playing this one very often. But you know, pretty easy to get around and figure out what you're doing, getting around, and the different controls and so forth. The next is Doriath. This is a side view game. Also came out in 1985. You play this wizard going down in this underground lair, trying to get through the fire there. You know, typical side scroller. Not a bad game. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Didn't get too far in it. You got different spells that you can do, and you get wisdom at the top that you can learn different wisdom. You got to learn different spells. So overall, I give it a thumbs up. I enjoyed playing this game. Would like to check it out some more. So first two games, I'm giving thumbs up. I'm enjoying playing this Floppy again that I haven't played in a while. Don't know how to get through this door. The next thing on there was the Music Shop. Also came out in 1985, so a lot of these must have been downloaded from 1985 during that time when I was getting these games. This one, you got different, as you can see, voices that you could put in there to set up. So it looks like it has about 3 that you could put in with the Sid. Nice little tool if you're patient enough, wanting to put in sheet music and everything and change the different sounds. I don't know if it works directly with a musical keyboard too. I don't have one. If it did, that would make a lot more sense. Easier to play notes and for it to copy, and then the hand put all these in one by one. Lots of controls, pretty good for 1985. Now this one here is the Modem Battleship. I don't have it hooked up to a modem play, but I want to show you where you could set it up. And I would believe this would be one of the early online games where you can play someone else online, and it's just Battleship over the modem. You could set up all your different ships in a different location. Each person has to be, the target, and one has to set up as to start it out, and basically you play Battleship. I do remember playing this a few times, and it was pretty cool, back in the day in 1985 to be able to play online and play against somebody. So definitely one of the early online games that were out there that I'm aware of. I know they've been around since the 70s, but this was the first one I had on the 64 where I could play somebody else who had a modem. So basically this is just setting it up, and then you're able to go from there. So on the back side, we're going to be checking out Silent Service, PC Fuzz, and Scrabble. So on the back side then, we're going to start with Silent Service. And a lot of these games during this time were ISEPIC. So a lot of stuff, I hate ISEPIC cracked because they cut out so much. I don't know what all they cut out of this, but it starts right into the game. That always drives me nuts. I like to see the title screen and everything. Anyway, I'm sure the overall game is cool. I would have to get a manual to figure this one out because it's very detailed to the different stuff you could do. That game was created by Sid Meier, I know. So, you know, I'm a big fan of Sid's and what he creates. So definitely like to dig into this, get the manual and figure this one out, but want to get a different version of it because, like I said, I hate ISEPIC games. They just cut so much stuff out of the game. This next one is called PC Fuzz, and it reminds me of Bozo's Night Out. And this time you're the police officer and you're going around basically trying to stop these robberies from happening that while they're doing bombs at you and those punks and so forth. And so you're trying to avoid those bombs. You can hit them. You see the guy robbing the bank. You can try to collect him and put him into your police car. You got these punks coming out that you could hit. Fun game. I liked it a lot, to tell you the truth. When I loaded it up, I couldn't get it to work, so I actually had to get another version of it. I don't know if that ever worked back when I had it, so it was probably the first time I've ever played it, and just glad. Usually I would keep games even if they didn't work, so maybe I'd figure out eventually to make it work. And then the last one here, this is Monty Plays Scrabble. I don't know who the hell Monty is, but one of the things with this game that always cracked me up is you could play any word, and there's no, you know, checking of it to see if it's really a word or not. As you can see on this one that I'm fixing to play, I'm playing my entire tiles on here with a made-up word. So that would be the downfall. But overall, for a Scrabble game from back in 1985, it's pretty good if you enjoy those kind of things. You know, a lot of people still play that Words with Friends. But again, another one on the games that I enjoyed. And overall, I really enjoyed this Floppy. I thought it was pretty good. Pretty cool looking at these games I haven't played in a while. So I hope you enjoyed this Floppy deep dive that we did today. Just wanted to share those games. It's always fun to check out these floppies that I haven't played in over 30 years and see what we can do on them. If you've played these games or have any comments or any of them are your favorites, please share in the comments below. If you liked the video, please subscribe. And as always, thank you for joining us on another Floppy Deep Dive.